Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel.
Hi guys.
If you're new here, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're Avery Street Design Studio.
Yep.
So today's, welcome back to our Wednesday video, by the way.
Hey.
Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We are going to focus on shop safety and table saw safety.
This weekend I got the third similar meaningful conversation from a viewer about the push stick that I use.
Well-known name.
Not going to say the name, but you can see for yourself. This particular push stick is very narrow, and when I push something through the table saw, my hand wobbles.
Yeah.
The harder I push, the more it wobbles, and it's very dangerous.
I don't even watch when he's using the table saw. I turn around because that stresses me out. So
this particular viewer has lost multiple fingers.
Yes.
Using this particular.
We're so sorry to hear
I'm
about
sorry
that.
to hear about that, man. That's terrible.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all the well wishes and the looking out for my safety. It means a great deal.
You guys are awesome.
So because of that, we're not going to use this one anymore. We're going to throw it in the trash.
One point though, if you do have one of those, his used to have magnets on it. And the magnets were to stick it to the side of your table saw for handy use. But magnets attract metal.
Yeah, so
it could pull your hand right into that blade.
Terrible, terrible design.
Yeah, sorry.
So we're gonna
brand.
Yep. So we're gonna make 4. I've got 5 here.
We've got the overhead view, so let's see if we can see them.
Yep.
These are the same.
We're gonna make 4 new designs, and I will share the link in the description to these templates.
Yes.
We're gonna make a couple out of 1/2-inch plywood, which is far thicker and more sturdy than.
Oh yeah.
You see that?
Yep.
You see that. We're gonna make a couple out of 1/2-inch. We're gonna make a couple out of 3/4-inch. I have laying around, and these are designs that I like that seem very stable, I guess.
Yeah.
One of them has a really short tooth on it. We're gonna make that a little longer, but these are all very easily grippable, ergonomic is the word. I like the ones like this that have the little handle that you can grab onto. I have giant hands, so that's better. But this one is my favorite, the hand saw shaped. So we're going to make some of those and give you guys a safer way to work in your wood shop.
Yeah, and just go over some general safety rules that I'm sure you guys already know, but it would just be good to freshen up on them for us as well, because we
have lots of new viewers that are new to woodworking that may not know this stuff, and I'm sure a million other people have said the same things, but you're watching us, so we're going to share it with you.
And when you use the table saw, and we have a big shop table saw, but those little cheap ones you buy, and that's what we started off with, those are even more rickety. It is so important to know proper table saw safety.
Yep, those they are wobbly on their stands, and the motors are underpowered for the wood.
I would consider that the most dangerous thing in the shop.
We still have the first one we used.
Yeah, it was a Ryobi.
I don't use it very often. It sits in the shed.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, we're going to make some of these, and we're going to show you how to do it. And
in case you haven't noticed, we have new shirts. Avery Street Design Studio.
They match our sign.
If you guys would be interested in something like that, drop us a comment and let us know, and we'll get that going for you.
We will. So let's get going on this stuff.
Yep.
All right, we're going to start out at the table saw, cutting out some thick strips of 3/4-inch plywood. We're going to make each of these new designs out of this and also out of the 1/2-inch stuff. When you're on a table saw, the safest place to stand is the side of the blade, because things kick back and could hit you right in the stomach, which has happened. Also, when you are setting your blade height, you just want it, I don't know, what's 1/2 inch above the material you're cutting. If you have your saw blade up really high, it could grab that material and spin it right out of your hand, and then you've got a whole nother problem. So stand to the side of the blade, saw blade. So general table saw safety. and safety glasses. Okay, we've got our strips plywood cut. We're going to start tracing each one of these. The quickest way, the way we're going to do it to cut them out is we're going to get a rough cut on the bandsaw, and then we're going to get our router table out, and use the flush cut bit to get an exact match to each one of these templates. So we're just going to start. And if you don't have a router table and a flush cut bit, a jigsaw would work fine, or a scroll saw, or a bandsaw to cut them out. We're just trying to stay accurate with the templates, so we're going to do it.
Or a laser engraver would cut them out too.
I'm going to tell, where's that piece that we cut out? I'll show them that. Laser engraver. We did these on the new WeCreat one.
It's right next to you.
Well, not that, the other piece.
Oh, okay. Keep talking.
We used the WeCreat one that we just started using and love it. It cuts
really thick wood.
Really thick, almost an inch thick. I haven't tested its capability, but that is the hole that it made. And it cut it exactly just like butter. So if you have a laser engraver, do that. And even if you
make puzzles too.
Yeah. And if you don't have one that cuts that thick of material, you can always use it to score the outline, so you have a perfect template to cut with.
Yeah, that'd make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because it'll cut, even if won't cut through that thick, if it's like a lower power of laser engraver, if you basically score it, then you take it to your bandsaw and you can just follow right in that groove and be easy.
I don't know where we were without laser engravers before we had them, but
well, I don't know if they existed before.
Life is much easier.
Well, I wonder what it'll be like in 100 years from now.
I don't know. There's a new product that keeps popping up all over my social media that's a water jet cutter thing. Maybe they'll want to work with us because it's awesome. All right, so there's those on the 1/2 inch, and we'll do the same on the 3/4, and we'll go start cutting them out. Now we're just going to take our outlined piece of wood and we're going to get a rough cut on the bandsaw as close as we can, but not exact, because we're going to do the flush cut bit next. Okay, we've got all of our templates and our rough cut pieces, and we're going to attach the two together with some CA glue. Very effective way to attach templates to pieces you want to cut out. Just take some masking tape.
Or you could use double-sided sticky tape.
Or you could use that. This is super fast and super easy. So you get tape on either side of your pieces that are going to mate together. Let that dry for a second, and then they'll peel apart real easy when you're done. All right, we've got our templates attached to the workpiece. We are all suited up with our protective gear, and now we're going to run the template against this little bearing right here on our router table, and we're just going to trace the piece and get a nice flush cut with it. These parts that have a right angle, I may have saw I cut on the bandsaw because this won't go into a tight corner like that. So if you have any tight, corners or angles, you might want to cut those out before you use the router. Now we'll turn the router off to insert the piece over the middle section and turn it back on. And then we'll just pop the thing right off. So here is the finished outcome. It looks really good. It's very comfortable in the hand. The reason I wear, obviously, the glasses and the mask is all the fine stuff that comes off the router table. So make sure you're wearing your protective gear.
So you don't breathe in the dust
Right.
and glasses so something doesn't fly and hit you in the eye.
That's right. Yeah, breathing in is just as important as being able to see. So keep that in mind, y'all. Okay, we're going to give it a try with the 3/4 inch one. We're going to do some cutting and see how it works. Much better. Very solid. And if you have a piece that's smaller than 3/4 of an inch, we also have the thin one. Also really good. These are a lot more sturdy than the name brand one we had at the beginning, so they work really good. These will also come in handy with the joiner, especially with smaller pieces like that. The joiner has 3 knives that spin at about 6,000 RPMs, which is insane. You don't want to get your fingers anywhere near that, so having a solid push stick to guide the piece through instead of your hand, it just makes so much more sense. Nice, that worked really well. So another safety tip for your joiner, use a push stick when you're pushing your stuff through.
All right, guys, here is the finished push sticks.
There they are.
I realize, making a video like this might not be as fun for you guys as usual, but, shop safety is very important. Number one most important thing. So if you can't have, you got to have your fingers to make things.
So. And your eyes and your lungs.
Yes.
So these are the ones I chose to make. I'm going to include the templates at the end. These are fun to make if you're into just goofy stuff.
Yeah.
And they're important, but they're also a good time. So
We've seen some that were shaped like sharks. You know, if you look around on the
Pistol
internet,
grips,
you can find all different kinds of
Yep.
templates for them.
But these were super easy, and like I said at the beginning, I made one really thick one and one really not so thick, about half that. So you got a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch. I will be using both sizes depending on what I'm doing.
And one of the most important things to use in a shop is your safety glasses. If you wear glasses like I do, that counts as safety glasses. And a dust mask, if you're worried about breathing in sawdust, small particles, that's very important. And ear.
Yeah.
You know, ear plugs or headphones, something to, because if you hear the noise all the time, it can cause
You do
hearing
get a
loss.
ringing in your ears,
Yes.
and I've got a slight ring to my ear from all the years of doing this. So protect yourself.
Yeah, so just you know, just be safe.
Yep.
It's very important, and a table saw especially is extremely dangerous. So just be as safe as you can with that, because we don't want any of you guys to lose any fingers.
I don't want to hear about anybody losing fingers. And I'm sorry to the guy that did. That sucks, man.
Yes, it does. But thank you guys for being with us today, and we'll see you Sunday with some exciting new products.
We will.
Bye-bye.
Bye.